Okay, so I want to do a contest entry for NerdSwag's 250 subs. Um, I really like the questions, um, so I decided that I would go ahead and do a contest entry on it. I just subscribed to his channel in the last week or so. Watched some of his segments, and they were hilarious. Uh, there's a thing with him and uh, Tim doing a debate over certain stuff that was just it was hilarious. But he had some pretty good questions. And a pretty entertaining channel, NerdSwag. Um, but I mean, 250 subs. It's a good amount of subs. You're a real entertaining guy. I don't. You must not have been on here long because you should definitely have more than 250 subs. But he did 7 questions for his 250 subs, and I just wanted to go through them real quick and answer them. Um, I found it kind of odd that his answers that he gave on his contest video, that I matched one of them up, which I found odd. I'd be curious to see how many other people matched that answer up. But his first question was, you're making up a superhero team. You've got 5 people. Who would be on your team, and what would your team name be? The catch is, you have to have a leader, a rebel, a brain, a brute, and a villain. Okay, so my leader would be Sue Richards, because I've always kind of thought that she got held back by Reed. Sue Richards, one of my favorite characters in comics. So, yeah, she would be my leader. Who would be my rebel? I don't really know per se that he's a rebel, but I would go with Deathstroke. Really like Deathstroke. I know he's going to be loyal as long as I pay him, so, that would be handy. My brain would be Batgirl or Barbara Gordon. I really like her as Oracle. I think that if she could kind of be my second in command, and 2 women working together, I think would be a good command structure for that. My brute would be the Thing, definitely, because if I've got a brute, I want somebody that can control them, and I believe that Sue can control Ben, so Ben Grimm Thing would definitely be my brute. My villain would be Sinestro, because, well, just when all hell breaks loose with all the muscle I've got on this team, Sinestro will be able to sort it out. I believe that Sinestro, Deathstroke, and Thing would just be awesome as a fighting force, while you had the brains of the operation, Sue and Batgirl in the background. I would call them the Blunt Sword, would be my title, definitely. Favorite Super Nintendo game? Hands down, Castlevania 4. I love that game. I love Castlevania. When Super Nintendo came out, Castlevania 4 came out, and I couldn't wait to get that game. What would be my dirty job? I would be a librarian, because I would love to just be surrounded by books, and in my spare time, just be able to read, organize, categorize books. I know that probably just sounds horribly boring. It doesn't sound like it would be boring to me at all, because I always like finding new books that I haven't read. What was the first comic that you read? I think it was Fantastic Four 233. It was in the 230s, maybe late 220s, maybe late 230s. I believe it was 233 though. It's a Human Torch story that involved his death, and I really wanted to know whether or not he died the next issue. I didn't actually get to pick up an issue for about another 9 months or so, at which time I got a subscription to Fantastic Four, and that started me collecting comics. I love John Byrne and everything that he did. I loved his Fantastic Four. And in that era of Fantastic Four, it was pretty much just him that was doing Fantastic Four. I mean, you know, story, art. He would have an inker every now and then that would come in and help him out. But for the most part, I mean, he did a huge run of Fantastic Four right there whenever I started reading. For like the first, I don't know, man, 4 years that I read Fantastic Four, it was all him. And, you know, that was freaking awesome. If I had a superpower, what would it be? It would be to mutate liquid. I would love to be able to mutate liquid. Any kind of liquid. Liquid metals, anything. I would like to be able to manipulate liquid. Would I be a good guy or a bad guy? I'd be a bad guy. Because if I can mutate liquid, anybody that attacked me, short of a robot, I would just make them explode. I would just take the water molecules in their body and boom, they would just be a mess. Should Pluto be a planet? Not at all. Pluto is not a planet. It's just a big hunk of rock. It's not even hardly as big as its moon. I think it's called Charon or something like that. It's not even hardly as big as its moon. So no, it shouldn't be a planet. Favorite genre of movie? Murder, crime, suspense type movies. My favorite movie is definitely Natural Born Killers. I love Natural Born Killers. I love Oliver Stone. I love Woody Harrelson. I always thought that Juliette Lewis was one of the sexiest things to walk the earth. Rodney Dangerfield in that movie is hilarious as what he is. And anyway, you know, that's my 250 subs thing, man. Congratulations, Steven, on your 250 subs. Look forward to watching a whole lot of your videos in the future. I'm new to the YouTube, so finding people like you that are crazy entertaining is really nice. And I don't know who it was that was on my list that I saw this 250 subs and got in, but thanks to whoever that was. I believe it was Jared Osborne, but I'm not for sure on that one. But anyway, that's about all I got to say about that, and I'm going to get back to reading some comics, and I'll talk to you in a little bit about those.